A sudden surge of speculation erupted across social media after countless short clips, shaky footage, and voiceover narrations claimed that Jungkook secretly returned to South Korea through Gimpo Airport, completely unnoticed by the public. But if this story is real, why would someone as globally recognizable as Jungkook manage to slip past cameras, reporters, and even the most dedicated fans? And perhaps the most intriguing part, why did Jin reportedly laugh when hearing about it? These questions form the foundation of a discussion that continues to spiral across TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and various media outlets. But before accepting any of these claims, we must pause and ask, are these events documented facts, or are they narratives crafted for dramatic effect? Some sources suggest that Jungkook intentionally took an alternative route to avoid unnecessary attention, choosing privacy over spectacle. But can this claim be verified? If it truly happened, why is there no official statement, no airport security footage, no eyewitness testimony from staff, no timestamped documentation, nothing that can stand as solid evidence? Other speculative narrations propose that Jin's laughter came not from surprise, but from amusement at how exaggerated the story had become online. But again, we must ask, has Jin personally confirmed any emotional reaction to this alleged event? Or is the Jin laughs headline simply a sensational hook designed to attract viewers? This is where critical thinking becomes crucial. In an era where virality often matters more than accuracy, how do we differentiate between a reliable report and a cleverly packaged hoax? As the content spreads, countless viewers find themselves torn. Some believe the story wholeheartedly because it feels dramatic enough to be true. Others approach it skeptically, questioning why an incident supposedly so significant leaves behind no traceable proof. So which side are you on? Do you trust the emotional tone of the videos, or do you rely on verifiable evidence? Moreover, why does every clip seem to use similar storytelling patterns, dramatic music, slow motion effects, mystery-laden captions, as if manufactured for mass engagement? Does this unified presentation strengthen the story, or does it expose how scripted the entire narrative might be? And if the story is indeed fictitious, who benefits from spreading it? Is it content creators seeking views? Is it fan communities amplifying a narrative for excitement? Or is it simply the natural evolution of internet culture, where any small hint can explode into a global phenomenon within hours? We also need to consider the psychological angle. When audiences are emotionally invested in idols like Jungkook and Jin, stories like this, secret returns, hidden reactions, unexpected events, become irresistible. But does emotional attachment justify believing something without evidence? Should feelings override facts? This brings us to the real core question. Does this article reflect reality, or is it a product of sensationalism crafted to entertain? And more importantly, how often do we, consciously or unconsciously, allow ourselves to be persuaded by dramatic narratives without demanding proof? The truth is simple yet uncomfortable. The information circulating about Jungkook's secret return remains unverified. It comes primarily from social media posts, TikTok edits, speculative YouTube commentary, Twitter threads, and fragments of footage lacking clear origin. Without official confirmation from hybe, airport authorities, or the members themselves, we are left with nothing more than speculation wrapped in excitement. As this discussion unfolds, one question becomes increasingly unavoidable. How much of this supposed secret return is grounded in reality, and how much of it is a storyline shaped by the algorithms of social media? The deeper we dive, the more complicated the narrative becomes, yet, interestingly, the more confidently it is packaged across platforms. But why do these unverified stories feel so convincing? And more crucially, why do so many viewers accept them without hesitation? Consider the very structure of the videos circulating online. Have you noticed how each one uses identical beats, dramatic pauses, ominous captions, blurry screenshots said to be Jungkook, and descriptions that insist the truth is being hidden? Is this a reflection of honest reporting, or a formula designed specifically to provoke emotional reactions? And if the latter is true, what does that say about how easily digital audiences can be guided toward a particular belief? We must also reflect on Jin's supposed reaction. Headlines claim, Jaehyun laughs, as if his expression alone confirms the narrative. But does laughter itself prove anything? Could he be amused at the absurdity of the rumor rather than the event itself? Or is this laughter even real, or merely a selective interpretation of a small video clip taken out of context? Why do so many media outlets build entire stories out of a single expression? We want you, the viewers, to pause and reflect deeply. Not because we want to dismiss the story outright, but because healthy skepticism is essential in a digital era where misinformation spreads faster than truth. Everything discussed here, every claim, every rumor, every dramatic headline, comes from various unverified online sources: TikTok, YouTube commentary channels, Twitter threads, and other social media posts. None of these carry official confirmation. None of them provide concrete proof. And none of them guarantee accuracy. So we encourage you to stay critical, stay aware, and never accept information blindly, no matter how exciting or convincing it may seem. Thank you for thinking deeply with us, and for choosing reflection over sensationalism. Again, we must ask, are we interpreting facts, or are we interpreting interpretations? This is why skepticism is not just recommended but necessary. With TikTok edits, YouTube commentary, Twitter threads, and fan-made narrations blending seamlessly together, how can the average viewer distinguish between factual events and sensationalized fiction? And if the original source of a claim cannot be identified, shouldn't that immediately raise doubts? Why do so many audiences choose belief over verification? Maybe the real question is this: are we consuming news, or are we consuming entertainment disguised as news? Another angle worth exploring is the psychological tendency of fandom culture. When fans care deeply about their idols, they often gravitate towards stories that feel exciting, mysterious, or emotionally charged. But does emotional intensity make something true? Should emotional satisfaction replace factual accuracy? Or does this dynamic unintentionally encourage the growth of hoaxes that spread faster than corrections? Every part of this story invites scrutiny. If Jungkook truly returned secretly, why has no official airport staff confirmed it? Why has hybe remained completely silent? Why do no independent witnesses step forward? And why is the only evidence circulating online in the form of heavily edited clips with no context, no timestamp, and no verifiable footage? These gaps should be red flags, yet they are often ignored. Why? Perhaps because ambiguity itself is profitable. The more unanswered questions a story creates, the more viewers engage with it. And if engagement is the goal, does the truth even matter? This brings us to the heart of the discussion. Could this entire narrative be a deliberate creation meant to attract media attention? Is it possible that the dramatic framing of Jungkook's secret arrival and Jin's unexpected laughter was crafted specifically to go viral? If so, who crafted it and who benefits most from its spread? We should also consider the possibility that the story began as a harmless fan theory or a playful speculation. But once it entered the social media ecosystem, where sensationalism thrives, did it evolve into something larger, more dramatic, and more misleading? And if that transformation occurred, does the responsibility lie with the creators, the platforms, or the audiences